All right, today I'm sharing with you my recipe for sweet and sour chicken with rice. All right, we have oil. I've already chopped up some garlic and I'm going to put that into my pan. Now I've got some onions. You can actually freeze these. I've chopped them, put them in a Ziploc bag, and frozen them. And I'm going to put about a half an onion into the pan, and then we'll stir. Okay, now I'm going to get some seasonings. This is Italian seasoning. I'm going to give it a few shakes into our dish. And that's the label there, Italian seasoning. We're also going to grab my go-to seasoning, Montreal steak seasoning. I know it's not steak, but it's great on meats. So I'm going to put a handful in, probably about a half teaspoon to a tablespoon. Be careful with it because it does contain a little salt. And then we're going to give this a stir. Now I'm going to add my chopped chicken breast. This is about 4 chicken breasts into the dish. I've already chopped them, and now we're just going to get them in the pan in one single layer so it can cook evenly. My kitchen smells amazing at this point. All right, now we're going to start thinking about our rice. I'm using a white rice. And I keep it in a Ziploc bag. But at any rate, white rice, you want to choose the one that says cooks in 5 minutes because we're trying to do quick cooking here. We're not trying to take all day. All right, my recipe for easy cooking rice is equal parts rice to equal parts liquid. That means the same amount of rice that you put in the dish is the same amount of liquid you will put in the dish. I'm going to be using 2 cups of rice. I'm using white rice. Feel free to use brown if you wish. Just doesn't work for my family. So in goes 2 cups of white rice into a dish that you can easily put into the microwave. Then I'm going to add 2 cups of liquid. I happen to have beef broth laying around, so that's what I'm using today. Remember, you always want to add extra flavor, and that's just extra. If you don't have broth, of course you can use water. But beef broth or chicken broth are really good to add flavor in your rice. So in goes my 2 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to put this into the microwave for 5 minutes, and then my rice is going to be perfectly cooked, nice and fluffy. All right, now we're going to start stirring our chicken in the pan. It's cooked on one side for about 7 to 8 minutes. And now we're just going to move it around in the pan. I've got a spatula that I'm using to try to get all the onions and the garlic and the chicken all married together. All right, this is the sweet and sour sauce that I choose to use every time I make sweet and sour chicken. Feel free to use whatever sauce you would like. Right now, I have taken my sauce and put it into a cup, and I'm adding fresh pineapple juice into our sauce. All right, we're going to give this chicken a good stir and a shimmy shake of the pan. And we're going to add in some freshly cut pineapple and some broccoli as well. This is fresh broccoli I'm using, and it's the last few minutes of cooking time. I still want my broccoli to have a little bit of a crunch. All right, so looking at our meat, it looks great. We're going to give this a stir and a little shake. And then we're going to start pouring over our sauce. The rice is finished, but we're going to get every bit of sauce out of that container. And you want to just stir so that you can incorporate the sauce onto everything in that pan. We've got the onions and garlic and pineapple and broccoli. Oh, so yummy. All right, so now we're just going to let this simmer for just maybe about 10 more minutes. And then you're going to hunt for a spoon and start serving your plate because it's ready. The way I serve mine is rice first. Get my rice on my plate and then put my meat over top of it. But of course, you serve it your way. Either way, I hope you enjoy. It's going to be a very yummy treat. All right, so now it's your time to create this dish. Thanks so much for taking out the time to watch Black Martha Cooks. Don't forget to like and share.